Hey guys, today I'm doing a review of the Engage Pursuit Ultra MX 6.0. It's a brand new paddle that Engage just came out with, and I haven't seen very many reviews of it, especially in comparison to the original Pursuit MX 6.0. And so I've been playing with both of these, and just thought I'd give you a few of my thoughts. To start, I'm not affiliated at all with Engage. I'm not sponsored, so this is a totally honest review. I have been playing with the original Pursuit MX 6.0 for about a year and a half. This is my paddle. I love it, and it's worked really well for me. And so I was super hopeful that the Ultra would kind of give me a little bit more, few extra points a game or something like that. But overall, if you listen to the marketing, don't listen to the marketing, but if you do listen to the marketing, they'll say the Ultra has more spin, more control, more power, more technology, all that stuff. It is carbon fiber. So the first thing you'll notice is it feels super gritty compared to the graphite of the Legacy. And one thing that is a little bit disappointing about that, though, is I feel like they sprayed that on or something like that, because the grit does come off quite a bit. And so, after using it for a couple weeks, playing with it and drilling with it, a lot of that grit is gone. It's still more gritty than the graphite for sure. But, if they're, if you're looking at this, on the shelf somewhere, you'll definitely feel, it feels like sandpaper when you first get it. So, comparing the two, first starting off with power, the Ultra definitely has less power than the original Pursuit. You notice it a lot in your drives and in my serves. Typically I blast my serve pretty deep near the baseline, and having a lot of trouble doing that with the Ultra, to be honest. It's just clearing the net. So, definitely more power. Like if the, original Pursuit is a 7 in power, let's just say, I would put the Ultra at maybe a 5. It's noticeably less powerful. And to be honest, even starting to play with these, if you told me that the Ultra was just like a new instance of the graphite, I probably wouldn't be that surprised. They're very similar. They're probably 90% similar paddles. So overall, super similar. Some people probably couldn't even tell the difference. But as someone who's been playing with the original for a long time, I definitely could tell. The next thing is the sweet spot. They advertise a bigger sweet spot on the Ultra. I mean, that's probably true, but it's not noticeable. Maybe 10% at max. But, I really didn't notice a difference. If anything, maybe up, towards, these corners a little bit more. I would get less death balls. I don't really have a big problem with the sweet spot on this original one at all. I don't really hit a lot of dead balls on the tip or anything. But I did not notice a much difference at all in the sweet spot. Spin-wise, I would say I get a little bit more spin with the Ultra. So that's one nice thing about it. But it's not noticeable in any way in my play, like against my opponents. I'm playing at a pretty high level, but it's not like I got more points from my slice or something like that. Like that, I think the ball probably has more revolutions, but it's not, maybe it's like 10% or something like that. It's not noticeable in your actual results. Control, I don't really notice a difference in control that much. I would say actually the Ultra is, I'm controlling it less. So I've definitely noticed at the net, having slightly less control. Maybe it's because I'm slightly more dialed in on the original, but I definitely have less control with my drives. I feel like, there's less power. So, you have control in that sense. But when I'm aiming this Ultra, I cannot aim it quite as well as the original. And that's one thing I really don't like about it. In fact, I'm going to return it, as a spoiler alert, because, it's just not worth the additional price. It's basically 90% the same. I would say, it's less powerful, and I can't aim it as well. So definitely not worth, any increase. Um, maybe if it was cheaper, even I don't know if I would still want it than the original. One thing it is great for though is singles. I mean, I don't play a lot of singles, um, but I really liked it for singles. When I was hitting my forehand drives, because it has less power, I was not hitting those drives out, and I could really just bash the drives and keep them down and keep them in. So I really like it for singles. I just don't think I personally would keep a paddle around just for the 10% of the time that I'm playing singles. So overall, really great. I love Engage. It's my preferred paddle. I'm gonna keep playing with Engage. Great company, but I just don't think the Ultra is worth it. And I don't think you really get a lot of benefits for it. And I don't even think it's better than the original Pursuit. So I'm gonna personally stick with the Pursuit. And your mileage may vary. Maybe if you started with this one, it might be better. Or if you're looking for something that has slightly less power because you're hitting the original out too far. I should note these are both the 16 millimeter version, so they're pretty identical. You can't tell the difference, shape and feeling wise. The only other thing that I wanted to call out is the swing weight. I do feel like the swing weight's a little bit different. I had trouble sometimes with my timing, with my rolls, or counterattacks with the Ultra because where it's swing weighted, I think it's closer to the handle, and just getting around on top of balls, maybe the speed at which the graphite one gets around, it just feels different to me. So I was missing some shots with the Ultra that I should be making or expect to make with the graphite one. So yeah, overall, not something that I'm going to keep playing with, but a good paddle nonetheless. Very similar to the graphite. A lot of people probably couldn't tell the difference, but I do love Engage, so hopefully they can keep improving and get some great paddles out there. So thanks all.